All right, we are back. It is, yes, you got it, post-game on the pitch with Mazvita Maraire and Brandon Brown of Eli Sports. Welcome to post-game on the pitch, my brother.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
All right, well, you're going to be a regular, so you're not a guest, all right? So let's get right into it.
Yep.
Sounders score 3. They put up a 3 spot. What did you see?
The attack is nice. The attack is really good right now, and that was a big question coming into the season. But so far, the new formation, Raul Ruiz, he's looking good. Will Bruin hasn't scored yet, but he's looking well up top in a kind of a distribution role right next to Raul. But right now, this offense is on fire.
And in terms of Will Bruin,
Yep.
when you're saying he's dropping back, so he's supposed to be a forward,
Yep.
the 2. So what is he doing then? How far is he dropping back?
Well, he's kind of, I don't want to say that he's becoming the number 10, but he's kind of dropping back enough where he's still, Rui Diaz is still playing off of him a little bit, where Bruin is connecting the pass to Rui Diaz, who is finishing it off, where you usually see in the 2 attackers up front, they're both looking to attack, but Bruin mostly so far has been looking to set up Rui Diaz rather than putting the ball in the back of the net himself.
So he's an outlet for the midfielders,
Yeah.
and then distributing to Rui Diaz, who's lethal inside the box.
Yep.
The other thing that's happening out here is, in terms of this formation, is the emergence of Brad Smith, who was a left back and now he's a wing back.
Yep.
What is he doing to add to the firepower? Because he scored 2 goals.
2 goals in 2 matches. His first 2 goals as a Sounder have come in back-to-back games, and that's big. And it was really concerning
at
home.
Yep. That's right.
It's really concerning it was concerning in the first match that his passes weren't crisp against Minnesota, and some people were pointing out, well, are we getting the same Brad Smith? Well, this took him a week because against LAFC got a goal, and then now today has a goal as well. So back-to-back games, and he looks really well, and he's always had that speed. But it's nice to see him when you lose Morris to have some speed on the outside to really set plays up.
And Brian Smith in his post-game media press conference, Zoom, if you will, he did say that this formation fits Smith's skill set. What are those skill sets? And you talked about the left back, but why is this formation really good for Brad Smith?
Well, I mean, as I said, he has a lot of speed, but he's still defensive-minded. That's why we haven't seen a goal from him until this season. He really is more of that connector from the back to the front, and that's really what we've seen. But with Morris being gone, that allows him to roam a little bit higher and use a little bit more of his skill set.
And Nuhu, our guy, and
train.
and those 3. What is it about the defense that's clicking, along with Stefan Fry, and only allowing 1 goal in 3 games?
We talked about Schmetzer talked about how it's 3 center backs essentially, but they drop back and it ends up being 5, as you said, and it's really been great so far. Steph Fry still's had to made a couple great saves, as he is a great goalkeeper in the MLS, but they've done so well. And Schmetzer talked about maybe we should pump the brakes a little bit on the 2 clean sheets. Minnesota may not be what we think they are, and they've been on to a slow start, but still, you get 2 clean sheets at home, fans back. It's been really good and really solid. And LAFC, who is a potent attack, only allowed 1 goal with them and came away with the draw. That's really good defensive play so far by the Sounders.
Absolutely. And I don't know if we mentioned it because we took 2 takes, but at the top, we are fully vaccinated, so 2 brothers, got our shots. So all y'all go out there and get your shots, all right? So public services announcement at w.gov. All right. but really, Brandon, so let's be analytical in deeper dive in terms of what could stop this team. Where is the Achilles heel with the Sounders?
The middle is still working in Ladero. We saw him come in a little bit late, and that's going to be concerning. And seeing just how well they gel there, still have to deal with that outside of Morris being gone. And we knew that was going to be something that was going to happen. It wasn't something new. We knew he was going to be out on loan. There's a possibility he would return, but with the injury, that's not going to happen. So really making sure the attack and the midfield really stays strong. But the defense, I want to say, it could still be concerning because they haven't played a lot of matches together. You get a really good attack, and you can find some holes in there, which has happened to the Sounders before. Even when they've won MLS Cup and gone to MLS Cup, they've had problems in the back. But so far, the 3 matches, which you can't get ahead of yourself, it's got to be the midfield and seeing how well they sustain throughout the entire season.
Especially a team that's holding in the midfield and has possession, which then gives time for their strikers, whether it's 1 or 2, to penetrate the 3 or 5 defenders. So that is the Achilles heel. Well said in terms of, that middle hasn't been tested. They haven't really had a team that's hanging on to the ball, giving their forwards enough time to run through the back of the Seattle defense. So maybe we'll see with the Timbers coming up. Who knows? But so far so good. Sounders get 7 points in 3 games.
Yep.
So,
Top of the West.
Top of the West. So there you go. So I'm Mazvita Maraire, CascadiaSports.net. He's Brandon Brown for
Eli Sports
Eli
Network.
Sports Network. So thank you again. That's it for Post Game on the Pitch. We'll be back. Yeah, and by the way, we can only get so much. So we'll be back in a couple weeks, correct?
Yep. Against LAFC.
Go there you go. Again?
Yep, right back here at
They
home.
just played them.
I know, right? That's weird.
Well, we don't make this stuff up. All right, for Post Game on the Pitch, I'm Mazvita Maraire. Again, he is Brandon Brown for Eli Sports Network, CascadiaSports.net. Post Game on the Pitch. Thanks for watching.